Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for yet another watch-along. Arsenal versus Sheffield United, a few minutes away from kick-off. I do apologise for being late. I guess I'm running late as well. Richard and Melvin, they will be with us soon. As they come back stage, I'll be putting them into the stream. But it's basically my fault we're a few minutes late, basically. Lost track of time and doing other bits and pieces. And if by magic, here comes one of them. Richard, how you doing?
Not too bad at all.
Oh dear. Well, teams are out getting ready to do their team photos and all that. Basically, what is the lineup? So,
yeah, it's a little bit of a couple of shocks or surprises. Maybe El Neni instead of Xhaka in midfield. Yeah. Maybe a slight shock. I mean, I'm not that surprised that Saka's playing again. Maitland-Niles, he tends to favour him in certain games there, doesn't he? So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's the El Neni one's a big one for me. El Neni and Ceballos are home to Sheffield United. But it does show, doesn't it, where the weakness in the squad is? Because Xhaka's the only other option, isn't he? And he's not exactly the most creative type of midfield player, is he? As much as he does a great job for the team. So I'm not sure, really. I mean, it's going to be a tough game, this. But hopefully, if nothing else, it's going to at least show exactly, again, where we need to strengthen tomorrow. Or before tomorrow, if these deals haven't already been done and we're just waiting for confirmation, which I'm rather hoping might be the case, actually.
Well, yeah. Also, Rob Holding being only available right foot centre back. He's been dropped for Gabriel. Our entire back line is all left footers. That's a big turnout.
I mean, I can understand why. I mean, I think Gabriel's been playing better than Rob Holding, actually. But in fact, it could even be a back four, couldn't it? Because Bellerin's a right back, Gabriel and David Luiz, and then Tierney's a left back. So we could drop into a back four when necessary in the game. And I think that seems to be the plan anyway, generally, and how that we play. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be a tough game anyway. Sheffield United are going to make it difficult for us, aren't they? There's no doubt about that. And we're just going to have to... players West just now, it shows our result at home to West Ham wasn't that bad, was it? I know we struggled, but we won. And they've just beat Leicester 3-0 away. So
comfortably, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Russ is saying in the chat as well, because he's saying Noko looks like he's off, and also kick off a bit delayed because obviously doing a minute silence for Sargent that's obviously passed away recently. And we're off.
I've just finished the silence. I got Sheffield United in a huddle at the minute.
Yeah. I'm literally on 4 seconds, so I must be a few seconds ahead. But yeah, you surprised about Lacazette being benched again today?
I wouldn't say I'm surprised. I mean, he did miss that big chance, didn't he, against Liverpool last week. Monday night. Yeah, the last league game. So I don't know whether maybe mentally that's affected him because he looked very upset, didn't he, afterwards? But having said that, I mean, he came on the other night, scored his penalty, didn't he, in a shootout? So I don't know. I mean, obviously Arteta knows what state the players are in. Bearing in mind, we've had a lot of games, haven't we? This is our third game in sort of less than 7 days. So we've had a busy schedule, and I suppose it's making the use of the squad, isn't it? Resting players and putting players in and maybe a little bit fresher. Maybe that's what he's thought about. Maybe that's what it's been down to, perhaps. But I mean, Eddie can get goals, can't he? So, and Lacazette has still got to come up and maybe stick one in if we need a goal later on. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's the squad that we've got. We know what the weaknesses are, and let's hope that we can still produce a decent enough performance to get the 3 points here.
Unlucky.
I mean, we know what Sheffield United are going to do. They're going to sit deep, aren't they? And they're going to let us have the ball in front of them. It's just, have we got enough about us to open them up and get the goal? I think the first goal is going to be crucial, isn't it? If they get the first goal, then we'll be chasing the game. It's going to be hard. But if we can get a goal, get in front, then they'll have to open up at some point, won't they? Because they're not just going to want to lose 1-0, are they? So that's the time that we can maybe exploit it. But we need to get that first goal. We need to show a little bit of quality. Oh, nearly there. Eddie Nketiah's first touch wasn't that great.
Yeah, took a deflection on the way through, hence it sort of threw him off a bit. You're seeing the replay,
He's gone a bit wider than he maybe wanted to. But that was not a bad bit of football, actually. Good ball from David Luiz to Aubameyang, and then he just tries to thread it through. Yeah, his touch was a little bit heavy, and then he couldn't quite squeeze it past the goalkeeper from a very tight angle. But, that's a reasonable start there. But, yeah, he didn't really finish that particularly well, did he? He fell over his own feet, but anyway. At least it's an early chance that we've had, and hopefully we can keep that going.
Oh, dear. I don't know if you've seen as well, on the touching this while games, but Edu's son was targeted on social media last night, basically abused.
Yeah.
I was absolutely disgusted. Literally, as we come offline, it all came. My feed was going off on when I was like, I've looked into it, and the abuse the kid's getting ain't towards his dad as well. Like, there's no need for it.
No. Our fan base sometimes are just ridiculous. At the end of the day, the transfer window isn't even finished yet. So, let's if we are going to criticise people, obviously not Edu's son, it's nothing to do with him, is it? But if we're gonna criticise the club, at least wait until Monday night's finished and see what's happened. And even then, what we've got to bear in mind is we're in the middle of a global economic crisis because of this pandemic that's happened, and we know what we're like in terms of what we spend generally anyway. And if we haven't got the money to spend, we need to sell players, and we can't sell them because no one wants to buy them because they haven't got the finances either. Then that's the situation that we're in. That's nobody's fault. It's just unfortunately the situation, isn't it? Other clubs are in a different financial position to us, so we can't compare ourselves because Chelsea have bought a load of players, because Everton have spent a lot of money, and everybody else. I mean, we have got Gabriel in, let's not forget, and Willian as well. So we have brought players in that have improved what we had. So that's positive, isn't it? And if we can't get any more deals done because of the financial situation, then that's just unfortunate the way it is, isn't it? And we just have to get on with it. But
you like Melvin?
Sorry. Yeah, fine, thank you. Did you send something out earlier? Hi, Richard.
What's that?
I only just got it. I only just got your mention a minute ago. Come on.
I did the link I sent about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, fair enough. I must have missed that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Always.
He got away with that, Louise, didn't he? That little shirt pull.
Yeah, considering the history he has of shirt pulls and penalties given away since he's come to us.
Yeah. And the Nketiah should have done better with that first minute.
Yeah, his first touch was poor, wasn't it? It took him too wide, and then he just couldn't. Never going to score.
Come on.
I've just seen that shirt pull now.
He could have gone for that if he'd gone down the geezer.
Oh, yeah, we know bloody luck as well, yeah. So, yeah, Melvin, what have you made of the lineup as well? We were just touching on a few bits.
It's all right. I'm happy that Xhaka's not playing, whether it's a rest or he sees he hasn't been playing that well recently. I'm happy that he's not playing. Give someone else a chance. Nketiah or Lacazette. It's a toss-up, in my opinion. Toss-up. Who you play. I'm happy that Saka is in the lineup. Very happy about that.
Yeah, extremely happy, yeah.
You've got to make him, you can't play every game, the kid, but you want to make the most out of him. You can't just play him once in a blue moon.
Oh, of course not, especially we've given him a new deal, and obviously now we've got one of the first team squad numbers, an iconic squad number as well within the club.
Yeah, not half.
David Luiz had a bit of a shaky start, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he's blaming people already, blaming Gabriel.
Of course he is.
I didn't see that, actually. I never quite saw that, to be honest with you.
Oh, my days.
Oh, that's under hit as well. He's got to be one of those mental days at the moment, Louise, isn't he?
Yeah, he needs to settle himself down. He's been
get his mind right
at the beginning, but hopefully he'll settle himself down because it's not been the greatest start for him so far. But anyway,
as you said, only a few minutes. Hopefully he knocks it on the head and doesn't have a whole game of mishaps here and there and everywhere, because eventually we will get caught out. Yeah. It'll cost us somewhere. Oh, dear.
They're quite dangerous from set pieces as well, Sheffield United, so we need to be careful.
They've done us last year, didn't they, in the league away, set piece?
Yeah,
that corner.
Luckily, that guy's not playing, is he? Musa, who scored the goal that night.
No. They also got a point out of us at this play at the Emirates as well. The last 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, we were winning in that game, wasn't we? And in the second half, they came back at us, but then we were struggling at that particular time anyway to finish teams off, wasn't we? That was a common theme, especially at home.
Was that dodgy goal, Richard, where he hit it into the ground there, Keezer?
Yeah, Fleck that scored it. Yeah,
weird. Yeah, typical.
Yeah, well, at that time it was. Yeah, we just couldn't finish games off at home, could we? We drew a lot of games because of that last season, really. But hopefully this year, the West Ham game has given me a little bit of hope that even if we don't play particularly well, we can still dig out a result against these sort of teams at home, which we need to do, don't we? These are teams we've got to beat.
West Ham today.
Well, exactly. We were saying that before.
Their results, since they've played us, they've done terrific.
Yeah,
4-0,
they played against us, didn't they? They were unfortunate to lose that game, if we're honest.
Yeah.
So they've picked up good form. So that was a decent result for us beating them, I think. Now looking at how they've done since. So but this is what it's about, isn't it? We're not gonna play well every week. We just need to, if we're not playing well, try and find a way to win the game like we did then. If we can do that today, it's happy days, and then hopefully we'll get a few good presents tomorrow.
That was a waste of a free kick, boys.
Yeah, we're not keeping hold of the ball, are we? It's not great this so far.
What you in? What minute you in?
7:31.
No, right, I'm a bit ahead of you. I'll stop it, shall I?
I'm on 8:17.
I've just froze again. My speed just froze again. It's back running again. 7:35 I'm on now.
All right, I'm going to be 9:30 and I'll stop at 9:30 now. I'm stopping at 9:30, all right?
9:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it'll be a while yet then. Someone said to me the other day, I need to pay for Sky. I'm like, actually, I don't need to pay for Sky at all. Right. In fact, I completely refuse to pay for Sky. What's happening in October now? Because they're not showing the games, are they? They're not.
Well, Sky are.
After the international break. What are they doing about the other games that aren't live? What are they going to do about that?
Well, it looks like Sky are doing their bit, but BT haven't said anything. They've announced a couple of games. BT are going back to normal by the looks of it.
Well, it looks like there's 5 games on out of 10 over them weekends. Instead of all 10, they've only put in 5 on live. I think 3 on Sky, 2 on BT.
Are we going to have this every month? Are we going to have this every month then? That literally we, the public, have to put pressure on the likes of the broadcasters to actually do right by us here.
Well, I really don't know. It's just mad, that, isn't it? Well, fans aren't allowed in the ground. They've got to make the games available, because otherwise people end up streaming them for free. People cancel their Sky subscriptions and they'll end up losing more money than they think they're losing already.
Oh, that's exactly. What was it? What's his name? Andrew was saying yesterday on Twitter, he put a tweet out a while ago saying the FA need to get their heads out their arse and did a sort of their own sort of Netflixy sort of subscriptions.
Yeah. Each club should be able to stream their own games. While no fans are in the ground, each club, even if you have to pay, I'd pay for that. I'd pay Arsenal to stream the games. I'm not paying Sky or BT or any of that bullshit, but I'll definitely pay Arsenal if they stream them.
And beat a monthly fee of £5 a month or whatever to cover every game, or
even just do it on a game-to-game basis. Maybe a £5 a game or something. You know what I mean? It'd be worth paying a £5, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What are you up to, Richard?
9:42.
Oh, thanks a lot.
9:50 I'm on now. I just got sidetracked.
Bloody hell.
You better afford it.
It's half time in the Richard household.
Oh dear. But yeah, even by game or monthly, or even a seasonal subscription fee of £38 a month.
They can do that because
£38 a season.
fans are going to be in, aren't they? They're still open at some point this season. We're going to get fans in, so they won't probably do a season ticket, but they could do
You're
it
not
on a month.
Sure, are you? I don't know if they are. It's not 100% though, is it? We're getting fans in this season.
No, it's not. No, but it could happen.
I hope it is, obviously.
And I think the clubs would still like it to be possible. So I don't think they'll want to do a season ticket for streaming, but certainly like maybe a monthly thing or a game by game would probably work.
Monthly thing will work.
It's a good little move. That was unlucky. But
shut up.
I'll forward and catch up.
I
can't stop mine because it won't stop anyway. It will just go back to where it was.
Oh bloody hell! Oh my god!
Oh, Tierney's wiping the ball down. This looks promising.
Oh yeah, he's sending me one sec. I forgot about Harvey one sec. I forgot to send Harvey the link. Bloody hell! Sorry, Harvey. My bad. Everything that was going on. Oh dear, bear with me.
I didn't think Tierney do them sort of decent throws before.
Not being able to.
Sheffield United kit's a little bit annoying.
This is that pink, that pink with. I don't know. It's just a bright pink, isn't it?
I don't really like green. I don't think it's good. I don't know. I can't get into green kit.
But they didn't have to wear their third kit today. They could have wore their pink kit because let's be honest, it's pink. He's not going to exactly clash with red and white.
Oh no! Oh, he's giving away a free kick at Birmingham. It's been a very bitty game so far.
You need to stop tugging at the shirt, by the way, David Luiz. He's done my head in with that.
I mean, it didn't really affect the guy getting to the ball, did it? I don't think.
No, but you know what he's. You know what he's referees are like.
I don't think it really was as bad as it looked, actually. But no doubt Sky will make a big deal about it.
No, of course they will. Oh dear.
He's blaming Gabriel. It wasn't Gabriel's fault at all.
No.
He made the decision to go towards the player. Luiz, he could have moved towards the ball, just hit it away. It's his choice.
Yeah. He needs to settle himself right down. Oh, I froze again.
Oh,
good. Catch up with us.
Oh, you'll overtake me now. I froze. Oh, I'm back in again. 13 minutes 13. I'm on.
How can you go ahead of us again?
I don't know. It just comes back randomly when it feels like it.
I'm on 14:05. My end.
Oh, you're even ahead of me then.
Don't know that.
I can go forward, can't I? What are you, Richard?
13:35.
Right.
Bear with me a sec. I was seeing a tweets going on my screen saying Steve bowled out. Right, Harvey?
You all right?
Good afternoon, Mr. Harvey.
You all right? How you doing, guys?
Yeah, all right, thanks.
Oh, well, that's right. That's why. Basically, Arsenal's academy lost 3-0 this afternoon.
Did they?
Yeah, I think it's Chelsea. I'm trying to think who it is now. They're saying it's CFCU under 23s. We lost 3-0 basically, and it's literally got idiots tweeted Steve bowled out.
Just sums up our fan base, I'm afraid.
Yeah, like we touched on earlier, fucking attacking a kid, targeting a kid on social media, and then because of who his dad is, or hoping that we lose, or hoping that we lose.
I'm sure that people saying, "I hope we lose, so that we spend some money tomorrow." That's honestly, people like that should be lined up against the wall and shot. Quite honestly,
it's disgraceful, isn't it? Disgraceful.
That's being polite.
They call themselves Arsenal fans. They're not at all. They're not Arsenal fans in the slightest. Just absolutely no chance, are they? Because if you're an Arsenal fan, you don't want Arsenal to lose any game, do you? Regardless of other, because that's not going to make any difference whether we sign players or not. Whether we sign players or not, it's to do with finances, not to do with whether we win or lose this game. And people need to realise that.
I can understand people getting frustrated, but there's a level to what you throw back at the club. All right. At the end of the day, You've got to support Arsenal unconditionally. You're going to disagree what they do. You can get upset what they do. You support them unconditionally. And some so-called supporters can't do that.
No. The transfer window and the transfer market, the way it is with the transfers and stuff, it does lead to that, though, doesn't it? Because there's massive pressure on clubs to spend money and buy new players. Saka's done well there.
Go on, Eddie.
And then obviously leads to frustration with the fans when the deals don't happen or they take longer to happen. But as far as I'm concerned, the window's still open. So anyone moaning today,
exactly.
Because
let's see what happens. Bob, 11 o'clock Monday night, isn't it? Let's see what happens.
Do you remember that transfer window a few years ago when Arteta came and we bought about 5 people on deadline day, didn't we?
Yeah.
Imagine that we get 5 players in tomorrow. That'd be good.
Yeah. Arteta, the guy from
was it Mertesacker?
Mertesacker, the guy from Andros Santos.
I like Mertesacker. I thought he was terrific. He had his frailties, obviously, but I liked him. I liked the way he played the game.
Yeah, his attitude as well.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I liked him as well.
I'm glad he's still at the club in some capacity.
Yeah, managing the youth setup and all that. Yeah.
I'm having to change feed here, so my time's going to be all over the gaff probably.
You watch the jump ahead of us now.
17:36.
You're literally 4 seconds ahead of me now.
I'm going up there, boys.
I must have the same feed. The picture's crap, but at least it's moving and working at the minute.
Big up Sam in the chat as well, by the way.
All right, Sam, how you doing?
Yeah, big up, Sam.
I'm not looking at the chat, so I don't want to know the score.
No,
they're ahead of us.
No, I won't put up.
I said it's 8-2, but I don't think he means this game.
I think
we ain't that bad, or ain't that
it was that we done all those transfers just after we got the 8-2.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's quick. Yeah.
Literally got battered on the Sunday, and then the next day, literally got that guy from that striker from Monaco, Park Ji Sung. I can't remember his name now. We got him. We got Andre Santos. We got Mertesacker. We got Arteta, and there was someone else we got as well.
Yeah, we got 5 in that, didn't we? That deadline day, 5 players.
Yeah.
Oh, Benayoun on loan, wasn't it?
Benayoun, that's the one.
Who was it?
Yossi Benayoun. Got him on loan, didn't we?
Yeah.
He was a good player, I quite liked him.
I liked him as well. He didn't get much of a chance.
Not really. He's got a few good goals, didn't he? He got a few good goals for us.
He's a decent player.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I liked him. Yeah.
It was only like the last half of the second half of the season where he got given a chance. Really, up till then, he barely featured.
Got a few goals, didn't he, as well?
Yeah.
He got one against Wolves. He got one against Norwich at the Emirates. A couple of others, I think, as well. Was it Aston Villa he scored against as well, I think?
Yeah, Aston Villa, yeah.
Go on, Bellerin. Have a shot, son. Oh, Bellerin down all the way alone. Look at that. What a run that was. Oh, a terrible cross from Willian.
Yeah, I'd say the goalkeeper, no, really.
Bellerin done well, though. Bellerin's playing all right, I think, lately. It's a good run, that.
Well, because Bellerin knows now he's got competition in his position with Cedric and Ainsley.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's why, because he's picked up. Although it could just be he's just recovering from his injury more now. He's getting more games and he's feeling a bit fitter, maybe.
Could be both, to be honest. It could be both.
Yeah, he's just looked a lot better, hasn't he, lately? I've been quite happy with how he's playing.
Taking too long on the ball to go for the attackers.
Definitely.
Yeah, we are.
Slow, steady sort of thing and all that malarkey.
We look very overloaded on the left-hand side as well, don't we? Mm. We're very overloaded on the left. We've got Saka, Aubameyang, Gabriel, Tierney, all on the left-hand side. Virtually nothing on the right. There's no outlet on the right. Not really. Willian's coming inside. Well. Bellerin's the only option out there on the right, isn't he?
Effectively, yeah, because Willian's in the middle now.
Yeah, Willian's drifting inside quite a lot. Everything's like coming down the left. Everyone's on the left-hand side of the team.
Well, there's no one there supporting him. Williams just stood there. Unlucky.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. The shape of the team seems a little bit strange.
Sam Green was saying, "How was wearing Arsenal's 79 away top? Well done, lad. Because you're wearing a yellow and blue."
Well done, lad. Sounds like Brian Clough. Well done, lad.
Oh, dear. What about anyone watched the Leeds game last night? By the way,
Yeah, saw most of it. Didn't they play well?
Yeah, they played well. Yeah,
they
got a lot of heart, that team.
They look a team now, I tell you.
Far better second half. Second half, they were the better team. They should have won it, but for the rabbit in headlights at the moment there, near the end. We was like 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, they were unlucky. I thought Leeds. Yeah, they were unlucky, maybe not to win. Don't know what's up with Man City. Like they look dreadful, don't they?
What was it? Like 4 points out of 9. 4 points out of 9 for them now.
4, yeah, they got 4 points. Yeah, yeah, they're just not looking great at all. Man City, I must admit.
A game like yesterday, they would have probably won with Aguero in the team, though. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. They needed a striker and a Aguero.
Or even Jesus, maybe. Even Jesus might have nicked him a goal.
It's commanding, that Gabriel, I tell you.
Sterling got a good goal, but when he's through 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper, he looks like he don't know what he's doing. He falls over his own feet, and he does it. He's always done it. He's all right if he's cutting in and shooting, or if he's got a tap in the 6-yard box. But if he's got to run through 1-on-1, he's just got no composure whatsoever.
No, literally, you can see they do the slow motion crap and all that. You can see he's overthinking it as well. Where do I put it? What do I do?
Yeah, he's not a natural goal scorer at all, is he? He scores a lot of goals, but he's not a natural goal scorer.
And I think that's as much as Pep can get out of him. But I don't think there's another ceiling where Sterling can go because he's.
No, you know what gave me a clue yesterday with Pep. When a manager draws a game like that, they should have won. Those leads were fantastic. They would have expected to win, right? The chances that Man City created, right? The 1-0 up. I think he wasn't that upset. It tells me is his heart 100% in the club anymore.
When they lost last week, I thought that after his interview after they lost to Leicester, he was almost like he wasn't.
Yeah.
Hammered by Leicester, and he was like, "Well, never mind," sort of thing. And I think he's mentally gone. I do.
I think that's the clue there, Richard. I really do.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I said that last week when after the Leicester game. I think he's at it there now. I think he's gone and his mind's elsewhere, and he's looking for his next challenge.
Yeah, I think.
To be honest with you, Arteta even mentioned it, didn't he? When I think it was before the FA Cup semi-final, and Arteta was sort of asked about Pep, but he said, "Oh, we don't normally stay at places that long." And even Arteta was kind of almost insinuating that he probably won't stay at Man City much longer. Let's hope they don't come after him. But if Pep leaves, they don't come back after him.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, that's my main concern. The better Arteta does here at the moment, that's putting him on alert with other clubs, especially City.
I think he's on alert anyway, Ryan. Yeah. I think he's what a ball that bad from Gabriel.
He is, but I think he does believe in the project at Arsenal, and I can't see him just going this early. You know, I think he wants to stay and see it through, doesn't he? At least as far as he can take it. If he's not going to get backed enough by the board, or the club can't back him, then he might rethink in a year or two. But I think at the moment, I do think that he's bought into this project and he really wants to succeed at Arsenal.
They've got to be honest with him, Richard. They've got to be honest with him. Yeah,
they have. Yeah, they've got to be honest with him. Yeah, and if they can't afford to back him because of the financial situation at this moment in time, then that's fair enough, isn't it? I'm sure Arteta will understand.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course.
If we can't get rid of the players we need to get rid of because other clubs can't afford to buy anybody, then we just going to have to think, okay, this is the situation now. Let's hope we can be in a better situation next year, and hopefully Arteta can get a little bit more out of this squad than was able to last year. We can go on and still have a good season, even if we don't buy anybody else. I still think we can be successful. It's just going to be harder to get in the top 4, isn't it, with this squad? That's all.
Yeah.
And also touching on the Pep thing, because obviously Sam's saying he agrees probably be gone by end of the season. Feels that he's done. I think last season for me, you could tell straight from the off he was putting everything in the Champions League basket, and you could tell by the performance in the Premier League compared to the Champions League. And I think with it backfiring the way it did when they brought football back and all that, I think that's fucked him. That's completely fucked him as well. He's like, okay, whatever.
Well, I think last year what happened was, at the start of the Premier League season, he probably thought that they could go toe-to-toe with Liverpool. Liverpool set off on fire, didn't they, winning their first 10 games or whatever. Man City lost a couple of games, and he thought to himself, do you know what, it's going to be difficult to catch them, so let's go for the Champions League instead. Well, I think he did focus on that after probably 10 games in the Premier League season, and then, of course, when they didn't win it, I think he's gone. I do think he's thought, nah, that's it, I'm done here now.
Well, let's not forget, he was really brought in to get him competitive in Europe. He hasn't really done that in 4 years that he's been there so far.
They've really massively underachieved in the Champions League when you look at how they've performed in the Premier League, really. But I actually think, and I've said this before, he's had this is his 5th season at Man City if he sees it through. The previous 4, he's had 2 good seasons and 2 pretty poor seasons when you look at how much they've spent and the players that they've got.
Harvey, message for you from Sam.
That's a good cross.
Yeah, I've said something.
Go on. Oh, unlucky.
Also, I'd like to say another thing about Cavani coming to the Premier League.
Do you really think you need him, though? Let's be honest.
No. It's another player that we don't need.
To be honest, he didn't really cut it. There's no disrespect to him, but he didn't really cut it at PSG. He wasn't exactly firing in all cylinders week in, week out. There's a reason they've let him go.
Do you remember when we nearly bought him about 4 times about 10 years ago?
Yeah. And was it that summer?
Transfer window, Arsenal buying Cavani, really? Okay.
Yeah, literally. What was it? The final day of the deadline day, literally.
Yeah.
It was the summer we were able to put a check in, and literally deadline day. Yeah. Oh, Wenger's in France. He's talking it. He was photoed with this person with long hair like Cavani. Oh, it's Cavani. He's getting Cavani in. Oh, bloody hell. Even then, I was like, no, I don't want Cavani.
Oh, and Ketia's just had a little header.
Unlucky.
Well, we don't need him. He's too old. He's 33 years old.
Well, it's Falcao all over again. Let's be honest.
Difference
is Falcao came to you with shit hot form. Let's be honest. In Europe, he's one of the best strikers in Europe. Whereas Cavani isn't even that.
Cavani's just coming for a payday, isn't he? He's coming for a nice big payday to finish his career. That's all he's come for. But that's what a lot of them sort of players do with Man United. They end up going to Man United for a year, just to get a decent pay, to have the thing on their CV that they played in the Premier League. And that's all it's for. It's not because they're going to improve the team or help the team move forward. None of them have.
And personally, with the Cavani, I think that's just like a panic thing right at the end of the transfer window to try and appease the Man United fans, because obviously they're fucked up with Sancho and players like that.
I mean, you think Ibrahimovic was similar, wasn't he? I know he had not a bad season in the end. He scored a few goals, but even he only came to the Premier League just because he wanted to put that on his CV that he played in the Premier League. That was it. And for Man United, because obviously a big club, that was all that was about.
I mean, Sam Greenwood says the agent of Cavani wants £10 million.
He's probably going to get that as well.
They probably will, because as I said, it's like a panic now with Man United. Everything's gone
are they short of a forward, Man United? Seriously?
We've got plenty. Really? We've got plenty of players.
That's what I'm saying. That's not your problem that you're forward.
No. He's a defence and mainly defence now.
Yeah. Someone should replace Harry Maguire because he's absolute trash.
Yeah, he sort of gets a pass with our media over here. He gets a sort of a pass, doesn't he, compared to Lindelof. Lindelof gets stated week in, week out. Yeah, whereas Maguire, he's English, so it's okay.
He's dreadful, Maguire, isn't he? Oh, that was unlucky as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't really think El Neni should have started this game, but he's actually played quite well.
He has, actually.
I think he's having a good game, El Neni, and I thought maybe Jackie should have been playing, but he's done well, El Neni. I'll give him that. He's had a good game.
Yeah, been very proactive as well. He's getting around in and around the pitch, even dropping deep.
He's had a really good game, and he's passing the ball forward. He's looking to be creative as well, and he's, he looks a completely different player to when he was here before, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, before he went on loan with it under
even before that, under Arsenal, he had limitations, or it looked like he had quite a lot of limitations, but he seemed transformed. Actually, this season he's been brilliant. He's he's getting up and down the pitch. He's like almost become a box-to-box midfielder. He's still a little bit lacking in the final ball sometimes. He's not going to create a lot, but at least he's trying. He's putting himself about, and I like that. He's having a good game again.
Yeah, Sam's saying in the chat as well, Martial, Rashford and Greenwood who can play up front for Man United.
Yeah, and we've got Igalo on the bench as well.
Igalo, yeah. We've got Igalo until January, yeah.
It's not worth it. It really isn't.
It just, as a rival fan, it just screams, literally, put a band-aid over the cracks, basically, to appease the fan.
It screams, let's sell some shirts. That's what it screams.
But Cavani can sell shirts, though?
Most of them Man United players that they buy like that are literally to sell shirts, aren't they?
Mm.
Yeah, it's like with Juventus and buying Ronaldo.
Yeah. And this is what I like about Arsenal, right? Because we don't buy players like that. We don't buy fancy players for no reason. We only buy players maybe because we haven't got the money to waste, but we only buy players that we sort of need in the areas that we generally, don't we? We don't waste money on players just for selling shirts like Man United do and other clubs do, Real Madrid and clubs like that. You know, we've never done that, and I'd never want us to. But it seems like half the Arsenal fan base would love that. They'd love us to buy 10 players we don't need, just that we've bought 10 players. Now you can think we've spent money, even though it's not going to improve the team or improve our chances of success.
All I'd have to say to that is literally, has that worked for Chelsea so far this season?
Well, not yet, no. But
exactly.
Then I suppose they've got a lot of players to settle in, I guess. That, you know, they played quite well second half yesterday, although Crystal Palace basically gifted them that game, didn't they?
Oh, of course.
That defender for the first goal, disgraceful.
Well, the back 3 or 4, all the goals really were pretty shocking defending.
The first goal was the most important one, Richard. They were doing nothing before that, Chelsea.
Yeah.
It lifted them, that first goal.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
It actually changed the game, the whole mood of the game as well. Because you could tell Paris just gave up and went, okay, we'll try and get out of this as low scoring as possible.
Crystal Palace haven't created a lot. They were hanging on to try and sneak one. And then as soon as you go 1-0 down, it's difficult, isn't it, to get yourself back lifted again and change your whole philosophy of the game. And, yeah, that did change the game. And then they just gifted a few more, didn't they?
Yeah, and here's one for you, Richard. Kim Kallstrom, Sam saying it was a huge name. Laugh at that.
He played a lot of games, didn't he?
It was the right back we got 2 seasons ago from Juventus. What was his name?
Lichtsteiner.
Different Lichtsteiner.
Yeah. That was a huge name as well.
Yeah,
had a lot of letters.
How many letters? There's about 25 letters, wasn't
it? Yeah, he was good as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, quality.
I remember forgiving the game we played at Liverpool in Unai Emery's season when we lost 5-1, and he played the third centre back. He was absolutely. Yeah. I've ever seen the worst performance in the Premier League by anybody. He was dreadful that day. I'll never forget.
He was stepping off Mark too, wasn't
he? Yeah, he's probably worse actually. That was one of the worst performances I think I've ever seen. Leno there, that did quite well. He got clobbered.
Yeah, Sam saying Gabriel is his new favourite Arsenal player. This kid is awesome.
No, he is. I'm liking him. Yeah, I am definitely liking Gabriel.
And this is what people need to remember. He is a kid, so the fact he's coming and he seems to have settled so quickly.
I think he's 21 though, isn't he? Is he 21?
20, 21, one of the two, but that's still a young age for a player to come into Premier League and not stick away.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good age to be. I mean, he looks a lot more experienced, doesn't he? The way he plays.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think he just played 3 games in the Premier League. The way he's so calm and cool on the ball. He's strong.
Seriously, they need. This is one thing these players need to learn: playing out from the back properly, and not panicking and giving it away straight back to the attack.
Well, then he's got a bit of a knock, I think.
Oh dear. Yeah, it seems like he's limping all of a sudden. That ain't good.
But once again, we're in a situation where we're not creating anything, are we?
No, mate, come on.
We've had one chance, really, that Nketiah one right at the beginning. Other than that, what have we created in the game? Nothing, have we? Their goalie had a save to make.
No, that frustrates me as well. We don't really test goalkeepers anymore like we used to.
I mean, they haven't had any chances either, I don't think. Really, I can't remember them having an actual chance. They've had a couple of balls into the box, which you know they're going to do. But they haven't. I mean, Leno hasn't had to make a save, has he? He's had a couple of crosses to deal with. But this is the issues that we've got, isn't it? Creating chances.
Yeah, oh bloody, what are they doing? Calm, stop panicking, calm. Bring the ball down and play the ball out.
I mean, I can't believe we've played 36 minutes, wherever it is, and we haven't actually had a shot on target, have we?
No, I can remember. No.
I mean, at home, that's not good, is it? Especially against a team that's in the bottom three and haven't even scored a goal yet. Oh, Aubameyang has a go.
Ooh, almost on target. It's a shot. It was a shot, but it weren't on target.
Was it deflected? Is that a corner? I think it was deflected, or did the keeper save it? Maybe it was on target.
One of the two.
Or clearance by the goalie, actually.
Yeah, keeper fingertips. Yeah.
Oh, well, that was a good effort, actually, wasn't it?
That might be on. There you go. Then that's.
Keep saying it.
Yeah, but he still has to get
going over. The keeper touched. I think it was going over, but it's a corner anyway. Let's see what we can do from this.
Come on. Oh, there's no one attacking it.
It's a little bit better than Pepe's corners the other night, though.
That was shocking.
At least they're beating the first. These ones are beating the first man at least.
Well, yeah, at least it went into the box.
They weren't even Hackney Marsh's corners, were they?
No.
Oh my days. Should be off. Oh bloody hell!
Bit of a challenge, that.
Oh, is it going to be a red card? That was over the top of the ball, wasn't it? Yellow.
Yeah, that was over the top.
Looked over the top. We've still got a replay.
But now VAR can't change it.
Oh,
because he's booked it.
Damian got sent off for that.
Of course they can, Ryan. Of course they can.
Well,
didn't they book Nketiah the other day?
VAR can say, have a look at that again. The referee can have a look at that again.
Yeah,
I hope so, because it did. Oh, it did do it against us last season with Eddie and Aubameyang against Palace.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like they are doing it though. Oh, they don't know what they're doing. We fucking these our captain and striker actually our main source of goals been taken out.
Down a long time, isn't
he? It seems like what's that has to happen for someone to get a red card against us?
They got to shoot him twice.
Yeah, I was about to say something like that. And even then. But no, there's no intention to get the ball. He threw himself in.
It's a terrible challenge, that, you know.
No, he just threw himself mid-air, studs up. No intention of getting the ball.
I mean, he did kick the ball first, I guess, but even so.
No, but really, he's gone aggressive. He's out of control. He's not in control of his tackle.
Yeah, he's not in control, no.
That could be a red. That could have been a red card.
Yeah, I think it could have been easily, yeah. I think that's a Aubameyang. I think that's a Aubameyang. I think he's gone.
Hmm.
He never normally stays down, Aubameyang, does he? He's not that sort of player.
Nah, he ain't happy.
Get warmed up, Lacazette. Don't sit there laughing, mate.
Comment from Facebook saying the game's too slow for my liking. Yeah, we did mention this before.
It's a terrible game, let's be honest.
Sam saying in the chat, got the ball first, not a red. You lot are useless, fellas.
Who does Sam support?
He's an Arsenal fan.
Is he? Oh, right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, he's one of us. But our point is, Sam, he was out of control. Let's be honest. And whether it is over here in the UK as well. So for him to go flying in.
There's been plenty of red cards when people have got the ball.
Yeah. Especially with us as well.
On the follow-through, there was a famous one last year, wasn't there? They got sent off. Was it one of our players for a follow-through? They got. I know it was Torreira, wasn't it? Against Tottenham. Do you remember? 2 years when he got sent off. He won the ball, but his follow-through caught player and he got sent off. And he got the ball first. So that's irrelevant whether they get the ball first or not. So we're not crap referees. We know better than they do.
We're more consistent.
Exactly. We send off anyone that's a tackle against Arsenal. That's the best way to be.
Exactly.
There's not enough refs like that in the Premier League, is there?
Oh, dear.
Right, come on, let's get a goal before half time because this game is crap.
Sounds like another dig. Oh, dear. Come on, we need to get a shot on target, another shot on target at least. Test this goalie, please.
Come on, William, put a good corner in.
Unlucky there. Go on, Hector, get the ball, get the ball, get the ball.
The manager's got a lot of work to do half time, hasn't he?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, we need to decide if we want to push on and try and win the game or keep it nice and tight and solid, which we've done. We've looked fairly compact. I know David Luiz had a shaky start, but overall we've looked fairly solid defensively. We just are not creating anything at all again.
No. Oh, dear. Hopefully this puts pressure on the ball to actually just dump up the money if they haven't already and just get it done and dusted.
I don't think today will make any difference at all to their thinking.
No, it's not going to. Everybody knows, they've known for ages what needs to be done. It's just whether or not financially we can do it. That's what it's going to come down to, isn't it? If we can financially do it, it will be done. And if we can't, it won't.
Exactly.
Nothing to do. We could win this game 6-0 or lose it 6-0. It's not going to make any difference. And all them Arsenal fans saying, "Oh, I hope we lose," so it makes them spend money. It's pointless because that's not how it's going to work. You know, the day's result and performance is not going to be anything to do with if we buy anyone tomorrow or not, or what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, Sam's saying we need to be able to figure out how to create chances with all that. I'm assuming it means with this squad as well, this current team. Assuming we don't get no one tomorrow.
I mean, I think we said it last night, didn't we? It's a little bit like Arteta's building the team from the back, making us solid, difficult to score against, which is work because we are, and then maybe it's taken away a little bit of our threat going forward. But it's something that he needs to be able to sort out because it's not great, is it? Apart from the game against Fulham, well, that was unlucky from Aubameyang. That little acrobatic effort. At least it's a shot on target, I suppose.
Would be a good assist from El Neni as well there. That had gone in.
Yeah, I mean, it was unlikely he was going to score, I suppose, but at least it was a shot on target. We need to have a few more shots. Aubameyang looks quite angry about that challenge, so it might fire him up to actually score some goals in the second half.
Hopefully, yeah. My captain on my FPL, so you better start scoring.
Yeah, he's my captain as well. Tell you what, Calvert-Lewin, he's getting me points galore, that fella. Loving him.
Calvert-Lewin and Wilson got me points. A lot of points.
I haven't got Wilson. I put Rodriguez in this week and he scored me 2 goals and got an assist, so I was quite happy with that.
What did he cost Everton? Handball. What did he cost them?
I'm not sure, actually.
Is it a loan deal or is it a buy? A buy?
I think
it's 20 mil.
Yeah.
20 mil? Wow, it looks good, doesn't it? 20 mil.
Yeah. Well, look at Decore. He was about 20 mil as well.
25 mil as well, yeah.
He was up for about 50 or 60 last year, wasn't he?
I mean, I'm amazed we didn't try and get Decore. You know, I'm absolutely shocked. And I think that's going to come back and haunt us out.
It looks like it could do, yeah, the way things are looking. But we'll just wait for 20 to see.
If you don't get our, it's going to look bad.
I think the next 24 hours.
If we don't get anyone else, it's going to look bad because we could easily have got him. I'm sure we could have had the money to get Decore. Premier League experience. Exactly the type of player that we're lacking. It's just, I don't know.
Exactly. You've got idiot people in our fan base going, "What do we want Jorginho for? Chelsea reject." No, he fucking isn't. Look at who he's played under at Chelsea for a start. He's currently playing under fucking an idiot for the manager at Chelsea that took on his bloody uncle side of the brains. Let's be honest. Say uncle brain wise, but in the sense of don't have a clue what he's doing. Takes after his cousin. He's not exactly taken after his dad, has he? So let's not even go there with that one. Arteta's a far smarter manager, head coach, whatever, than fucking Lampard is. So give the guy a chance.
What an absolutely shit game.
Yeah, not looking good so far.
That was literally one of the worst 45 minutes of football I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Also in the chat, Nafi, the Man United fans, saying he's really nervous for his game later on at 4:30 against Spurs.
I'm really nervous as well.
I think it's going to be a ball draw.
You never need to be worried about playing Tottenham because they're shit.
Well, especially with Mourinho, I think it's going to be a ball fucking draw, to be honest.
You just never have to worry about it.
The thing is, Man United are also shit as well, so it's not...
To be honest,
very one-sided to Spurs.
Well, you've got to remember that Tottenham haven't got Son either. He's out injured. Kane's literally a tapping merchant nowadays, if not a penalty merchant. Doesn't do much else apart from that. Lucas turns it on and off when he wants to.
I can't believe that West Ham result, that's unbelievable, that.
Yeah, 3-0 and Bowen again. That lad from Hull they brought turned up again today.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, I was gonna put him in my team and I changed my mind. But anyway, never mind. You can't win them all.
It's just overall. If you look at the squad overall, Man United technically, bar the defence, and you could say De Gea in goal at the moment, depending on what De Gea turns up. Midfield and attack, they had a not a far superior, but a far better than what Tottenham have at the moment. So I think it's just going to be a ball draw. Because Mourinho just set up his team to sit back and counter at the odd occasion here and there, try and get out of a point. I'm
going to have to try and do a match report on that first half on my channel now.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say other than it was complete and utter boring bullshit.
I'm about to say, have fun with that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to try and make something of that because it was great.
I mean, I think the only real positive take is Gabriel and what's the name, El Neni. Really, they're the ones that really sort of stood out for me.
Right, I'm going to do that now, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. I'll bring you back in.
What will be an exciting second half, I'm sure.
Touch wood.
It can't be any worse, can it? Let's be honest.
Well, we could lose.
Yeah, we can't. But anyway, let's hope not.
Oh, dear.
You know what are we worried about? This team hasn't scored in 3.5 games. Why aren't we attacking them?
That's what I'm saying. The whole build-up, that whole first half, that build-up being so slow and literally like
slow, quick, slow. This is like last year.
It's like we're playing against a team that's in form, scoring goals of fun. This ain't, as you said, it's not the case. They haven't scored all season so far in 3 games, 3.5 as it stands.
3.5 games now.
Yeah. 3.5 as it stands. They haven't got a single point on the board. They're exactly playing the same way as they did the majority of last season. It's a team in form, firing in all cylinders, and they haven't even created anything really. Sheffield.
No,
we can't get out of first gear. And that's the problem at the moment. We've got to get out of first gear. We just can't. Had we scored, goals define games. Nketiah should have scored the first minute. I'm sorry. Yeah. A decent centre forward scores, or even a forward, don't centre forward. A decent forward will score that goal, give it the first minute or the last minute. He just wasn't at the races for whatever reason. No excuse. I'm sorry. Yeah, and he pointed for the ball. It's not as if the ball came to him. He didn't realise it was coming to him. You have a look when he does that run. He's asking for it. Yeah. So why didn't he control it then?
Yeah, exactly. For all the grief we gave Lacazette on Monday night, even to be about digging at Eddie here, Lacazette would have done better than that.
I think that was a worse miss than Lacazette. He got in a position and he made a mistake. I grant you that.
Yeah.
But once you're on top of the keeper, it's more difficult than to take the first touch and push it past the keeper. And he could have done that. I'm sorry.
Anyway, right, I'm going to do that. I'll be back 5 minutes.
You know,
Go on, see you soon, Richard.
As soon as moaning already.
What's that?
I'm saying it's Graham Souness already moaning already.
Yeah, about should have been a. He's not, I like him actually, but he's been a bit anti us the last bit.
Mm.
I think he's very knowledgeable. Great player he was.
Oh, fantastic player.
He was different class. He really was.
Mm.
He used to play at the Spurs, don't you, as a kid?
Yeah, he mentioned. I think it was at one of the interviews he did last year on Sky.
And he never got a game.
No.
Mullery was the number 4 then, and they didn't change the teams around as they do nowadays with the squads.
No.
And he realised how good he was, and he went to the manager and go, I want to play. Never played him, so he left. He's got to change it all round. He's got to throw a bit of caution to the wind now. We're not 1-0 up. I suppose you give it 10, 20 minutes, as we were, if you like. And then if nothing's changing, I'd rather have a chance of getting beat 1-0. Take a chance rather of getting beat 1-0 than just continuing to lose 0-0, not go for it and have 3 points.
Mm.
We've got to loot. I'm not saying throw caution to the wind exactly. I'm just saying take a little bit of the handbrake off. Tell Ceballos that when he gets the ball, move it forward quicker. Don't do your turns and your back passes and all that. I know, just go forward a bit with it. I know that Kolasinac ain't playing, but don't pretend you got to be like him now. Give it forward. Give the ball forward quickly. Bring our players into play quicker. I mean, we haven't played any football in there half at all, really.
No. And I've always, I've said this for years about Arsenal as well. When we attack with pace and intensity, the opposition defences crumble. They seem more vulnerable. When we do the slow, as soon as you go slow, steady build up, they're comfortable because that urgency isn't there for them to have to defend every fucking second of where they're going and all that. Pick up the pace. It ain't that hard to do.
Look how fast Ryan Leeds were yesterday.
Yeah.
When they attacked, it was ping, 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 and they were fantastic. And Man City found it very difficult to defend the game. So, I mean, really, in all fairness, their goalie, City, had a very good game.
Yeah.
I gave away the goal at the finish, but before that, he was keeping them in the game.
Mm.
You very rarely say that about a Man City goalkeeper.
Exactly.
Just,
especially under Pep, yeah.
Exactly. I suppose I'll have to buy another centre half now. See, I don't know.
got
a competition. Who's got more centre halves? Us or them?
Oh dear! I think we've got what 9 of them as it stands. Actual centre backs. We can't get any of them out of the fucking club.
Well, but we know why. 2 reasons.
Yeah.
Ain't good enough. Even with the bad players, you can always get bad players out. There's always a price, but not when the price is added onto their wages. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the main thing. This is what I get about our fan base. They don't use the fucking brain. These players these mediocre players will be on stupid wages, not by Edu.
Exactly, not by Edu. No.
Not by Edu. He's having to him and Arteta. Yeah, him and Arteta are having to still clear up a mess that's been made for the last 10 years plus. Mediocre players being put on stupid wages. But oh no, Edu's been in the door 5 minutes. It's his fault. Can grow up. Look at it. Look at when these players signed for when these contracts were given to them and who's running the regime back then. And have a go at them. Look at the mess they make at AC Milan as well.
Look, where before Arteta signed, we were in a complete mess. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the worst we've ever seen. Right? If you'd have said to me, Melvin, give it 2 years and we will be in the top 4, any Arsenal supporter would have bit your hand off, right?
Yeah.
It's been 9 months and people are going mad. Give it another year and a bit. We'll be closer, if not in the top 4. If Arteta does what he wants to do, I don't see the panic. I could wait another year for us to get in the top 4. Be honest with you, and I'm happy with that, considering where we come from.
Yeah, and also all things considered as well, with like the pandemic and this and the economic downfall we've mentioned already in the stream. Did the fans really expect everything to just go like Arteta to go like that?
Yeah.
And thinking, okay, we're back now, boys, sort of thing. Like seriously,
And also,
chill pill,
Chelsea
relax.
are spending like there's no tomorrow, which they didn't do a year or two ago. So you've got to think about that as well. We've got, it's not. We're not the only game in town. It's competition.
Yeah.
The only thing I will be disappointed in, I'll be quite honest with you, is if on Monday night or Tuesday morning we wake up and we haven't done anything to our midfield, I'll be disappointed. Not saying it's the end of the world, but I'll be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Because it's like taking your car in with flat tyres and they leave that at the garage, they put a new engine in. And that is what it seems to me is that it's like at the moment. We'll wait till Tuesday morning or 11 o'clock Monday night, as most of us will stay up. And if nothing changes, then I'll be disappointed. But I'll stick with the club, obviously. You got to, but I will be disappointed. They've known what they've got to do for a long time now. It's like it's taken us 10 years to buy a decent centre half. Right?
Oh, no.
So, come on. Don't take another 10 years to buy a midfielder, please. Because as you stop that hole, in the next 10 years, more holes are going to appear.
Yeah.
So you've got to do it all at once if you can, to the best of your ability.
Oh. Like you say, everything else is sort of sorted now. We've got a good goalkeeper, Neno. We don't know. Obviously, don't know how good Vanassa's going to be, but obviously he'll get a run out here and there in the Europa League and all that. Especially the group we've been given as well. We've got our defence is looking more reliable. We've got amazing. We've got a fantastic attack as well in attacking options. It's just the midfield.
You see, it's a bit of a contradiction there, me and you, what we're saying, really. We've got a great attack, we both agree, yeah? There's no good having a great attack if you ain't got a midfield.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, that's the
point? What is the point, Ryan?
Exactly. What is the point? And that could cost us Europe, not even just Champions League, but European football, because everyone needs to remember we finished 8th last season with the same midfield, pretty much. So how do people expect to then change everything? Arteta can I do so much with this squad of players with this midfield? It's just I think it's only one or two additions. Again, we always say like one or two players away from getting to a certain point. We're literally one or two players away from being better than what we are and having a chance of pushing on. But again, with everything that's going on, it wasn't always going to happen like that. It's going to take 2-3 windows, not just to bring players in, but to get these players out.
To Old Trafford this afternoon. It's a 4:30 start. I'll continue from Old Trafford shortly.
Anyway, we will see.
Yeah.
The secret function is really simple. You can go on all you want about crunching numbers and how they use it. But essentially, it's all about giving people what they want. Tiny little tennis. Meanwhile, at Santander, they're running free virtual scam awareness events.
I'll be out soon, the teams.
What, for United?
No, for us. That second half starting in a minute, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that'll come out soon, yeah. They're going for the bloody NFL bollocks.
And West Ham deserve like to win the game. So they have to be careful. I think Sheffield are the best team so far. But I think quality will make the difference again. I think the substitute of Arsenal can make the difference. Let's see if it does indeed. Alan Smith and Phil Leslie. Sheffield United who took 4 points from Arsenal last season. Well, of course, we're going to take the points here. We wonder what we will get from Arsenal.
Oh, right. Oh,
here we go. We're coming out. Looks like no changes.
I think, yeah, it'll probably give it 5-10 minutes before we make any changes, I think, by the looks of it. Yeah, no changes. Right, come on. And we are off in the second half now. Right. Come on, so got to be better first. Better second half here. Come on.
Definitely we got to up the tempo here. Come on.
Sure. Vino's there.
I thought we'd be in the office doing some work.
And they do.
Oh yeah.
Both in the box, executive box, we call it. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on, Uber. Oh, William, that's poor touch. Come on. All right.
Any sub at half time or not?
No, nothing.
Nothing yet.
No.
Something needs to change.
With us the same, we need to tactic to break down compact sides.
Or we just need some better players. Maybe we need someone creative, like, I don't know, a player who maybe odds on about 350 grand a week. Maybe we need someone like that playing. Who can pick some passes off in the final third. Maybe someone like that might be useful.
Well, it looks like if he's not gone tomorrow, which is unlikely, they're going to have to bite the point and have to play him.
I think we should play him, yeah.
Otherwise, it's 350k a week sitting at home doing what he wants to do.
They won't register him, will they?
I don't know what's going on with it, how they do it and all, but yeah. Otherwise, it's just 350k a week sitting at home. Turn up for training a few days a week, and that's it. There's that money going down the drain, really. Oh, come on, Kieran, that's better than that. How's that not a foul?
Disgraceful.
That was a foul.
His neck, didn't he?
He's holding his face when he went down, so...
Neck, I think he got him in the neck.
Yeah. But the ref said play on.
Of course he would.
Yeah, if it's the other way round, it would be a booking and a foul to us, against us, sorry.
We've got him on the neck, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, neck. That's neck height. And he had a little look.
It's good. It's like Martin. It's like Martin does. Like, you look and raise his arm a bit.
Yeah.
But again, VAR won't look into that. Don't be silly.
Is VAR playing today? Are they gone away from home?
No, I think they'll have a day off.
Yeah,
but Sunday, they don't play on Sundays, do they?
No. Gone to church.
Yeah, gone to church. Come on, Arsenal, we've got to speed this up a bit, boys.
Still the same, isn't it? Second half so far.
Yeah, still in first gear.
Exactly the same. Poor. Aubameyang's still limping, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Is he?
Yeah, he's showing now.
Yeah, he's still limping, yeah. I don't think he's going to last much longer. I think Lacazette will come on.
Yeah.
We've got a 2-week break though, haven't we, after this?
Well, international break, he'll probably be playing for Gabon, won't he?
Oh, will you? Oh, right.
I don't know. I'm guessing he probably will. Or he'll go away with him, won't he? Unless he's injured, he drops out the squad. But
very unlikely, though. Yeah.
I can't believe there's another international break now. Players flying all over the world when there's actually some sort of medical crisis.
Yeah. The irony.
Nothing to do with money, Richard. Nothing to do with money.
They'll have to self-isolate for 2 weeks when they come back. Oh, no, they won't because they get special rules for them. A bit like the MPs.
Yeah. Because they're playing a competitive sport, they can go through the system.
Yeah. To be fair, they're playing like they've got COVID, most of them. Jesus.
Mm.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to watch Sheffield United every week if this is how they play.
Oh, no.
Well, they did this last week. There was a derby last week for them, weren't there? The Yorkshire Derby. They played like this last week.
I mean, we're very good at moving the ball from left to right and right to left.
We're not penetrating.
We're the best team in the league at doing that, but unfortunately, it very rarely ever gets us anywhere. We've literally had the ball for the last 5 minutes, and we've probably moved 2 yards further up the pitch than when we started. Oh, hang on. Yes, what? Oh, Aubameyang.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually the best thing we've created all game, that.
I don't remember Nketiah apart from the first minute after the ball.
Sake. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Thing is, we're very going to be counter-attack could be dangerous for us, you know.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Messing around they are, the back.
Wolves have scored against Fulham now.
Please say Jimenez. Fantasy points for me.
I'll have a look now. VAR's just ruled it out.
Oh, they've ruled it out.
I think VAR's ruling it out now or something.
Oh, VAR isn't on holiday then, after all.
Just for us, though. It is for us, but everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
Can only be at one ground at a time, Richard.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
No, it's a goal now. They've put it as a goal. It's Pedro Neto scored.
Oh, why can't it be Jimenez? What's up with him?
It's on a new deal today as well, by the way.
Danny Ings never scored. Jimenez isn't scoring. Aubameyang isn't scoring. I need to change my team.
It's because they've got new contracts, isn't it? Aubameyang and Jimenez, they've both got new contracts. And
Yeah, that's true. Like, he hasn't scored many goals since he's got his new contract, has he, Aubameyang?
Yeah, you got him to sign a thing, but ever since he signed a thing, he's done nothing.
No, he's not like actually. That's a good point. There, he hasn't. I think he scored 1 goal in it since he signed that. That was a terrible ball there from Aubameyang as well.
Harvey, this is for you.
That's fair enough. That'd be a really good retirement video if he retires at United.
Oh dear.
Oh, Pepe's coming on. There we go.
Yeah, who's he got on for though?
You'd imagine it'd be Willian, wouldn't you?
Depends how bad Aubameyang is though as well.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you would think so, yeah.
Yeah, could be Aubameyang, yeah. I just don't think Willian's done very much this game, really.
No, to be honest, none of them have really.
Well, none of the front three have, no.
No.
And Ketty has been anonymous, hasn't he, since that first minute? He has done nothing.
Well, you can take anybody off.
Yeah.
I said, that first touch, I forgot he was playing.
Yeah, exactly that, yeah. He's done nothing, has he?
You know, Sheffield United was playing the ball, seriously.
They're the most boring team I think I've ever seen in my life.
Eddie's going off.
Eddie?
Yeah. So Uber
maybe
up front.
Aubameyang through the middle then?
Possibly.
I mean, yeah, and Ketty has been poor, hasn't he? Very poor. Is he going to play Pepe through the middle for a change? Come on, Pepe, with your crap beard, mate. Do something decent.
Go on then, let's throw it in. Seriously.
They're terrible, Sheffield United.
Could be a long season. Looks like it'll be a long season for them.
They're nowhere near as good as they were last season, are they, at the moment?
No.
Nowhere near as good. Yeah, Aubameyang's gone through the middle.
I'll turn the light on.
All right.
Right. Let's see if that changes my luck.
I mean, this is a good point. Trusting Arteta, we'd be 1-0 down against the same Sheffield team with no attack.
We wouldn't be 1-0 down against a team that's had no shots on target. We wouldn't be 1-0 down. We'd still be 0-0.
Oh, you're saying
on target.
Not under. You're saying without Arteta as the head coach manager, what you would have called it, under a different manager, i.e. the previous Ford, we would have been in a worse situation. Basically, things would have been a lot different.
No, but how would we be? How would we be 1-0 down when Sheffield United haven't had a shot at goal?
No, but they would have had shots at goal. That's I think he means.
Yeah.
With the old man.
But they're not bothered to win the game. Sheffield United, they've come here to get a draw. They've not come to win. I don't think it doesn't matter who the manager is. We'd still be 0-0 in this game because we don't have the quality of players to break down a team that's organised like they are. We don't have the quality of the players to do it to break them down.
That's basically the perfect response to Mark in the chat. Missed the first half. I judge by all the comments I've not missed a lot.
You haven't missed anything at all. Nothing that you.
Come on! Yes,
Sing.
1-0.
Yes, Saka. Come on!
Get it. Come on. Let me catch up then.
Gosh for that.
Told you, I turn the light on, Ryan. I told you, didn't I?
Switch the bulb on, yeah.
Nothing to do with Arteta.
Just put the spark in the
I
team.
did say that. Turn the light on, change the luck.
Oh dear.
Hope Arsenal mention that in the next programme.
I'll mention it in your video, Mel. Don't worry.
Come on, boy.
I can move
He took it well, you know.
Actually, it was a very good move.
Panic.
Oh, that's a great goal as well, isn't it? What a great move.
Didn't panic, did he? Let's see what they do now. Get in there.
Come on. And Saka, on the week he's been called up to the England squad as well.
He's had a good week, Saka, so far, hasn't
he? Yeah, got called up to the England squad as, even though he's been put on the list as a defender, but he's not a defender. But it's not. That's another.
Defender.
No, can you tell Gareth Southgate that, please?
Yeah, don't tell Southgate anything.
I'll tell you what, this is a good move. This is good football. It's the only time we've strung anything together all game. Lovely move. Look at that. Lovely little touch there from Aubameyang. Cross from Bellerin. Ah, that's beautiful.
It's good to see our full-backs in the opposing area, isn't it? Like Bellerin, isn't it?
Well, Bellerin and Saka, the two wing-backs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lovely little header that as well, isn't it? I'll tell you what, right? I think we might end up winning quite a few games this season, playing absolutely boring as shit as well. We end up winning games like we did against West Ham and this.
We've got a long way to go today, boys. Long way to go.
I think they're a bit far off.
They've got absolutely nothing about them on an attacking sense at all, have they? That McBurney's a big lump, isn't he? But he's not very good, is he?
No. We'll say that you're going to score now. You watch.
McGoldrick scores one goal every 25 games.
Yeah, they normally score against us, though, don't which of these geezers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
God for that.
Oh, they're bringing Fleck on as well now. They're going for it. Of course, it was Fleck that scored their equaliser against them last year.
Back in January, yeah.
Who's gone off?
Ben Osborne.
Oh, right, yeah. He didn't do a lot, did he? I suppose he was just... They've brought on a bit more of an attacking player, haven't they, to try to get something out of it.
2-0.
Pepe, come on.
Yes.
2-0.
Pepe.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pepe took it well. He done well there. He showed a bit of speed.
Come on.
Those the sparks in his old boots.
Okay, now Mark, you timed it well. Trust me in the chat. You've come on. And
I wish we'd all missed the first half, actually.
Ryan,
yeah.
do not let me turn that light off, all right?
No.
If you don't turn it off, stop me, all right?
Yeah, I will, trust me. Oh, dear.
Oh, I've froze now. Come on. Don't freeze. Don't freeze. I haven't seen the goal yet. Come on, stop messing about.
Oh.
No, I don't believe that. Let's keep going. Just keep going. Don't worry about that.
Could be absolute hammering now. They down Sheffield down tools now. Who would have thought after 4 games? Yeah, also, literally Sheffield will be literally no wins, no goals, no nothing. But going back to this in the chat, keep that damn light on for the rest of the season.
Who said that? Oh yeah.
Actually, I think that's the best goal Pepe's ever scored for us.
Mm.
I thought the cup final one was a good one. That wasn't loud.
Yes.
Well, yeah. But that's the best one he's had that's counted.
Yeah, true.
If he did that more direct, ran at people and just shot, he'd be more effective, wouldn't he? Instead of fanning about with it.
Yeah. Where was this in the first half? For God's sake, stressing us out like this. Exactly, Mark. As soon as you came on, it all went off. We've gone from 0-0 to 2-0 like that. That and obviously the Melvin's light being turned on.
Pepe and Saka. Wow.
Listen, I know he's not up to the standard, right? I'm just making a comparison here. Well, if El Neni had a different name and we said we signed him for 30 million, would you say at the moment we've had a good deal?
He's looking like it, isn't he, in this game?
If he was a new player for us, but we didn't know anything about him and we've just seen him play, and he's done these 4 games, what would you say? Would you say that we've overspent on 30 million?
Probably not, no.
Exactly. But I know he's got his limitations, don't get me wrong. But that's what football supporters are like. That's what we're like.
Go on, Pepe, go on.
Oh, Pepe again? Then he does a final ball like his old Pepe.
Been asked in the chat, do you think we need a midfield in the next window? This window's still not closed yet, but yeah, we do need a midfield. We have touched it.
Definitely, 100%.
No, we don't. We just spent 30 million on this El Neni, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I can't get his name right. Yeah,
he looks a good player in midfield.
We've been waiting. We've needing him for years, haven't we? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know where he's come from because he looks a good player, isn't he?
He must have gone through the net. You know what I mean? I don't know why other teams never went for him. We're lucky to get him.
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
No, I wonder if Arteta will get praised for the tactical changes he made at 0-0. I wonder from certain people. I wonder. Great debut for the boy at Nenovich.
Yeah, Nenovich, yeah, he's had a great game.
Oh dear.
Oh, Ceballos just nutmeg McBurney.
Yeah, I've just seen it as well.
He's probably the best Pepe's looked, actually. He actually looks like a footballer today so far.
Since the cup finals, he's been his best game. Well, I know he's been on for a few minutes, but his best performance so far since the cup final.
He just looks a bit more like a footballer at the minute. He looks like he knows what he's actually doing.
Having a lot more the ball now.
Yeah, we're basically all over them, aren't we? It's just a matter, can we score some more goals, really? Because they're offering nothing at all, are they?
Yeah. We've been a tad more faster with the passing as well, not like, slow build up here, got to drag it out sort of thing. It's not completely at full speed, but it's like a bit more.
I think obviously the goals give us a bit more confidence and we can relax a bit more, I suppose, which has helped. We don't look as tense now, do we?
No.
But Sheffield United is still trying to get a counter-attack going now, but...
Well done to Kieran. Well done, Kieran. That's a good point for Mark, by the way. Things changed as soon as we put Pepe on and played Uber through the middle.
Yeah.
At least we had something
playing through the middle. He never watched the first half. What does he know? He never even watched it. Don't start coming on giving us tactical analysis when you've watched 10 minutes.
Oh, dear.
But he has made a difference here.
Personally, I put it all down to Melvin's light switch and movement.
Oh, there's no question. It's not even for debate. It's not even up for debate. I'm sorry, boys. Oh.
Lost 17 visits to Arsenal. Bloody hell. They haven't won one game yet. At the Emirates or Highbury, respectively.
Who?
The Sheffield, Sky put up a thing on their screen. The last 17 visits to Arsenal from Sheffield. Sheffield United. And
1971 was the last time they won away at Arsenal.
Yeah.
I said that in my video.
71?
1971, yeah. Just after we won the
year.
No, the season after. Beginning of the season after.
Oh, right.
I think it was our second home game that season. They beat us 1-0.
That wasn't Chapman scoring, was it? No, of course not. That was too early. I went to the game when we beat them 6-2. They scored the first goal and the last goal.
Sheffield United?
Amazing game.
6-2 against Sheffield United. When was that?
We beat them 6-2. They scored the first goal, went 1-0 up. Yeah. 60-something.
Was it?
And, played centre forward for Sheffield United, Mick Jones, who played for Leeds.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Must have been about 66, 7, something like that.
What a pass.
I think Geordie Armstrong got a couple.
Did he?
Mm.
Good lad.
Joe Baker got a couple. I know he got a couple. Joe Baker. He was cool.
He was good, Joe Baker, wasn't he?
Yeah, terrific. Come on, Arsenal. We're giving them too much of the ball here. Can't sit back so much. Come on.
Well, Harvey's got a United shirt on.
Getting ready for the Spurs game, eh?
Game. No, I'm not wearing this for the Spurs game. There's no way I'm wearing a United shirt anymore. I'm only doing this because I'm going to training tonight.
Oh dear. See, Harvey, you went too early with that. Oh, I'm not wearing a shirt until they sign someone. They signed what's his name, Van der Beek, and you went, okay, well, we're fine. We're going to get Sancho and all that, and look what's happened. So stuck to your guns a bit longer. Maybe they would have caved in a bit Caden with Sancho quicker.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It really is crazy what's going on at United.
But
Dortmund's board have come out and said it.
Oh yeah, exactly. They literally from day one set a target, a date in place, put a date in place for it to be all done and dusted. Man United thinking, we're Man United, they'll buckle to us, they'll bend the knee for us.
Definitely.
Yeah. Hence what. And then literally, we don't feel like it's right to spend over 100 million on a player. And then what do they go and do? Need 90 million for the player instead. Like, what's the difference? You may as well just fucking made the bid of
crazy.
What they are.
And they're doing it with Tellers now as well. You know, they want 20 mil, so we're offering them 15 mil. They're not taking it. I don't get what Tellers. I'm pretty sure he's worth a lot more than 20 mil. He's worth a lot more than that, and we're not just giving them money.
Have you seen your lineup, by the way?
Give them the money.
You got De Gea in goal.
Again?
Yep. Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly, Maguire, Luke Shaw. Midfield double of Pogba and Matic. Greenwood, Fernandes, Rashford, Martial.
What about the guy that scores all the penalties?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Fernandes, he's playing, yeah.
He's playing, is he?
Yeah, as a sort of cam by the looks of it. Tottenham have gone for Lloris. Oh, yeah. Sanchez, Dyer at centre back again. That Reguilon guy they got from Real Madrid at left back. Sissoko, Højbjerg, and Dembele as a midfield three. And then, Son's actually back. Okay. Son, Kane, and Lamela. Suddenly,
shit. I just sold him as well in my FPL league.
Well, because everyone said, to be fair, Tottenham were saying he was out for a good month or so. And on the bench, you've got Lindelof, Mata, Lingard, Fred, Henderson, Van der Beek, and McTominay. And they've got Doherty, Alderweireld.
I was Van der Beek. I would have left.
Well, you hear what his agent said the other day. Last week. He said Man United would have lost 10-0 or something. He's only been in there 5 minutes. You're pissing off the agent.
We actually should have.
He's a decent player, isn't he? Though.
He's fantastic.
He is,
fantastic player.
I think he puts a lot more effort in than Pogba does as well, and we're just not picking him.
Well, he's literally.
I don't know what. I don't know much about him. Would he have been a type of player that would have perhaps improved our midfield by a lot?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So we weren't even in the thing for him, were we? He didn't cost that much either, did he?
No, apparently, according to the agent as well, Donny's agent, we were interested in him, but it was all at the time when we showed interest. It was all agreed that he was going to go to Real Madrid, but obviously the pandemic's come along and Real Madrid pulled out the deal, and everyone knew about it. The only one that literally showed any interest in signing him from there on in was Man United. But 40 mil for him, and he would have massively improved us. I've wanted him for the last year and a half, 18 months. I wanted Arsenal to sign him because he's a quality little player that they've got there. And he would have improved our midfield.
It was quite pointless for United.
Oh, my feed keeps freezing again. Come on.
Haven't missed much yet, don't worry.
Also, the thing is with United this season, imagine going into a transfer window to improve your first team and coming out with 2 replacement players.
Like,
how does that work?
Only under Greenwood at Man United. Only Greenwood would do that. Oh dear. In response to this comment here, it was Pepe got the second goal for Arsenal.
It was a good goal as well.
Yeah, really good goal. Nice little volley had as well.
Ooh, Billy Sharpson.
Oh no, not Billy. Oh no.
Billy Sharp.
Russ has just come back into the chat. He's saying, "I go off for 15 minutes and all this happens." Oh, mate, you don't know what you missed. And yeah, it does seem like we're sort of the last 10 minutes sort of sat back now. What we got.
Well, I mean, it's just game management now, isn't it? Let's not do anything. We've got to give them a goal to give them some confidence. Jaffa looks like he's coming on as well to maybe shore things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Or give away a penalty.
No, he won't.
I mean, Hector literally doesn't learn, does he? In terms of he's a right back, he gives the winger all the space, or Billy Sharp in this case, all the space in the wing, and then David Luiz is having to go out and cover him, and Hector's just jogging back, like not caring the world sort of thing.
So Bios is going off.
Yeah, I can understand it. It's a good game actually.
Sharp.
He's had a much better second half. Bios.
Yeah, definitely.
They probably all have, though, if we're honest.
Yeah.
It could be worse in the first half, let's be honest. We were far too cautious in that first half, for my liking.
I mean, ultimately, I suppose it's about getting the maximum that we can from what we've got, keeping ourselves in a game, and then hoping that we can show enough quality to get a result at the end. And we did it against West Ham, and it looks like we're doing it this time as well. And, I suppose that's not a bad sign in the circumstances. I mean, obviously, we need to improve. I don't think there's any doubt. But if we can keep winning games while we're still transitioning, then I suppose we've got to be happy enough.
Well, exactly. And we'll get the clean as it stands. That's just over 10 minutes to go.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, let's hope.
Let's hope, yeah. Things that we found hard to come by, and not just under Unai in the last couple of years under Wenger. Clean sheets are hard to come by.
I mean, the Emirates has become a little bit of a fortress. Not many teams beat us at home now, do they? Arteta's only lost one Premier League game at home, only the very first one. Yeah,
since then he's won or drawn every single one. His win percentage after how many games he's been in charge is 62% in all competitions. According to Sky, anyway, they're showing before the game.
Yeah, I saw that. He's done really well. 2-1.
2-1. Oh, here we go.
Oh no. Oh.
Here we go.
Who was it?
McGoldrick.
Oh, I wanted it to be Billy Sharp.
Sake.
Come on, United.
Sake.
You sound so happy.
As soon as we mentioned the clean sheets in that scenario, we don't give a goal away.
Alan Smith is so excited, I can't tell you.
I can hear.
Is Ryan Brewster allowed to play for?
Not today.
No, no, not registered in time.
No, I didn't sign.
This is going to be a bloody 7 minutes of,
hell.
What? Yeah.
Oh, piss off! That was bloody. Just. Oh. Seriously. You got even lights to turn on, Melvin?
No, that's it. I'm done for lights.
Let me just turn it off again.
Oh, here we go. This poor defender all just backed off him.
Yeah, they did. They backed off. Number one, it was on Tierney's wrong foot. He was cutting inside. And then Louise backed off.
If we
never
drop
got close
points,
enough to him.
I swear to God, if we drop points from being 2-0 up.
Yeah, that would be a bit of a disaster.
Oh, fuck off.
What's this?
No, I've just caught up.
No, Harvey's ahead of us. Oh, piss off,
What?
piss off, piss off, piss off.
Nothing's happened in my game.
So what's that else shouting and screaming then?
Yeah, and saying he's got second and all that.
That's not me.
Not me.
Not me either.
No.
I'm still 2-1.
Yeah, I'm still 2-1. I'm on 84 minutes.
I'm checking my phone.
They've only just scored the first goal. They've only just
Sheffield United score again.
I think that cheering is Alan Smith.
I swear to God, if they do it, I'm going to go mental.
And me.
So am I.
But you're going mental for different reasons. You want us to drop points. You need us to drop points already.
Mate, the Niles is coming on.
No, you shouldn't be so cocky calling it your fortress, and then that's what happens.
We're not being cocky. We're being honest.
It gets you.
We're not being cocky. It's just saying how it is. We literally haven't lost a game since Chelsea back in December. Every home game we've played in the league.
We shouldn't have lost that either.
No, we shouldn't have. We should.
No.
If Jorginho had been sent off, like he should have been.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Man United fans can't get cocky anymore, because we don't know whether we're going to win or lose at home. Chances are it's always a loss. So
Fucking
I'll tell you
Xhaka.
what.
we're ready for it.
Fucking Xhaka comes on, we can concede. Of course.
Wasn't really his fault though, was it?
Oh no, I'm joking about literally. Oh dear.
I think it'll be 2-1. I think you'll win it.
Don't jinx it, bloody! I'm touching wood. I'm touching all the wood around me now.
That was my prediction yesterday, to be fair.
Yeah. But we've put ourselves in a position again. Why can't we just defend and naturally make them work?
We're not putting them under pressure. We're sitting back again. We're sitting back too much.
Yeah.
We're inviting them onto us.
Well, we were sitting back. We were sitting back for quite a long time after we scored the second goal. Really.
True.
Just trying to see it out to the end without really. We should have tried to kill them off, because they were there for the taking, really, weren't they, for 10 minutes?
Yeah. Their heads must have gone down.
Yeah.
You could tell by the way we were playing, but then we just literally, okay, we'll protect what we've got, sort of thing. It's backfired to one sense, almost. Oh, dear. Why did they put us through this?
Exactly.
Just one. Yeah, Saka for Ainsley, yeah. I understand. He had a good game, Saka, as well. Good goal. All performance. That goal for England, do.
Yeah, he played pretty well, yeah.
Just hope he
I
gets
don't
a chance.
get why Arsenal aren't bringing Jeremy Lynch on.
Who? Bringing who?
That Jeremy Lynch guy that says he's better
Jeremy
than
Lynch,
Arsenal.
he's one of Arsenal's.
But when he was in our academy, he's like, I was the best on the ball. I was the best player at the club, and that was the invincible era. Better than Bergkamp, Henry, Perez. Piss off.
You never know,
Who said that? Really? Someone said that?
Yeah, he said it. It's on YouTube. I'll find the clip later and I'll send it over to you.
Oh my God.
He's a football freestyler now, but yeah, he came from our academy. We let him go when he was 14, 15. And apparently, when he was let go, apparently the club said to him, "Oh, on the ball, you're the best player we've got at the club, at the club overall. That's including the Invincibles, by the way. But after all, you're shit."
Yeah, but then that's why he's become a freestyler, because that's what freestylers are. They're not team players. They're never going to make it. They never made it as a footballer, because they can just juggle the ball. Well, so what? Do you know what I mean? That's not what makes you become a footballer, is it?
Yeah, he's an absolute dickhead
It's not
anyway.
just that. Everything he does, he videos it more than once. It takes about
Oh, this is
an
nice.
hour or something to do
go on.
stunt.
Go on, get the ball. Hold it up.
Oh, Bellerin, that was a terrible cross, mate.
It's just held up a bit.
Shocking. Just chipped it, didn't he?
Yeah.
I know. Nobody was there. He knew nobody was there. He should have held on to it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That hold on to it. Don't give it away.
Waiting some support. It wasn't great, was it? But anyway. I mean, we're hanging on against Sheffield United. It's not great, is it?
Again.
Oh dear me.
We held on for a 1-1 draw back in January. We held on for winning the FA Cup in the end, even though we looked after it a goal, but we held on. And now we're doing it again to win 2-1 at home.
Well, let's hope we do.
Oh, by the way, I've just realised we've given Sheffield their first goal of the season. Talk about fucking do something for them at least.
Yeah.
4 minutes injury time apparently coming.
It's obvious they would score eventually, though.
Cool, you heard what that Alan Smith just said? Time enough. He's hoping, isn't he? He's really hoping.
You wouldn't think he used to play for Arsenal and he's part of our history and things like that. That's massive hand in '89. You wouldn't think that, would you?
No.
Sometimes.
No. Four minutes, right? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Come on, Arsenal. 4 minutes to hold on against Sheffield United at home.
Come on.
Look at Harvey now all of a sudden up near his screen.
It's quite scary.
How bad is it that you're hoping that we drop points now?
It's not bad. It's just funny. Every time Arsenal lose, you always go down to Arsenal fan TV and just see what's happening.
Don't pay attention.
There's always one of them having a strop.
Oh, they're going to stop anyway. As it stands, we're winning. As it stands, touch wood. We win this match, they'll still strop. Oh, we conceded a goal. We gave them their first goal. Like, fucking hell. It wasn't the best performance, but we got out of it. We get out of it. Fucking, let's be happy. We move on. Got 2 weeks off.
It's a bit like the West Ham performances again, this, isn't it?
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah. And since then, they've gone on to win 4-0 and 3-0 respectively against Wolves and Leicester. And they're meant to be a club in turmoil, West Ham.
They're better off when their manager ain't there.
It looks like it, yeah.
Was he not there again today then?
No, he's got the thing still, isn't he?
Yeah, it's still nice.
Yeah, 2 weeks he needs to self-isolate.
Yes. Yeah, self-isolating and all that. Had to. Near the end of it, I think. So by the time they obviously, assuming he gets a negative test now after his isolation, he'll be back for their next game in 2 weeks. Here's a question for you guys. Who would you have man of the match tonight? Who do you reckon for man of the match today?
Good one, good question.
El Nino.
I think it's Bellerin.
We're really hanging on here, boys.
Hmm.
That was bad for Bellerin just now, that clearance. Shocking.
Well, Sky have named Saka as their man of the match.
We scored a goal, I think we did that, didn't they?
He's done all right. Saka's done well, yeah.
Yeah, they showed the stats, and he was like 4. He got his first 2 dribbles, that's 4. Goals, obviously 1, his first there.
Come on, help him out.
Something else. And shots in general.
Oh!
Come on, guys, don't fuck this up, please.
Please fuck it up.
Really?
It's right. Well, Wolves and Fulham are finished now.
Maitland-Niles.
What was that? Finished 1-0. That's poor on Wolves' part, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Fulham made all that.
Oh my God. Maitland-Niles. What you doing? Oh no.
Your goalie's up and everything. What's going on?
The front everything.
Can't hit him as well. If the goalie was a footballer there, he might have had a chance. He just bounced off his leg.
Get rid of it.
Oh, why are we hanging on here? Why are we hanging on? This is ridiculous.
Did you see what Maitland-Niles done there?
Yeah.
Chesting it in his own box.
Full time.
Yes.
We've won it.
Oh, so we've got a bit of a break now, boys. We can sleep for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, after we can.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, there you go. Full time after we held on for the win there. We shouldn't be holding on though. Especially we went 2-0 up and we put ourselves in the last 10 minutes in a stupid position we didn't need to put ourselves in.
I mean, we sort of played well for about 15, 20 minutes in the middle of that second half. Got the 2 goals. Finished it.
And we went back to first gear again.
Yeah, the rest of the game's been quite poor, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, like Mark says, we make things hard for ourselves, don't we? Of course we do. It wouldn't be Arsenal if we weren't making things hard for ourselves.
But we won, so we need to be happy.
Yeah.
We won the game.
Yeah.
And
A bit of a break now.
we showed again, like against West Ham, when it mattered, we showed the quality to win, and that's what we've got to keep doing because you know we're not going to dominate teams because we haven't got the players to do it. We're not going to create tens and tens of chances against teams. We've just got to try and grind these results out. And at the moment, we've managed to do it again, and we've got to be pleased with that, really, I suppose.
Sorry, well, yeah, definitely. And as Russ says, 3 wins out of 4. That's 9 points out of 12 in our first 4 games. I think
we've got a tough run after the international break, haven't we? Man City, Leicester, and Man United. 3 tough games there. You know, if we come out of that with some points, if we come out of that with maybe 6 points out of 9, we've done all right there.
I think, honestly, if we can get a point, if we can go to City and get a point there and get 6 points from Leicester and Man United respectively, 7 points out of 9 I'll take.
That'd be amazing. That'd be absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Again, it's progress. It's
that'd be absolutely
one game at a time. But
what we've got to remember, right, is that take Liverpool out of the equation because they're on a different plane to everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think, you know, we obviously lost to Liverpool. We played okay Monday maybe, but Manchester City aren't as good as Liverpool. Manchester United aren't as good as Liverpool. There's no reason why we can't get a result there. Away from home seems to suit better, I think, with the way that we set up. With teams having to attack us more. And I'm fairly confident that we can. I think Leicester at home will be tough because at home we are struggling, and Leicester will play on a counter attack as well. And they've got better players than Sheffield United and West Ham probably. So I think that'll be a tough game. But you know, I think we can get results in all 3 of them games. Whether we can win 3, I'm not sure we can do that.
That's what I said. If we walk away out of the next 3 games with 7 points out of 9. I'll snap your hand off now. I'll take that because
even if we get 5, if we get 1 win and 2 draws, I'll take that. Actually,
yeah, as long as we're not fucking gifting goals left, right, and centre, and we can sort that out in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, 2 weeks off now, so yeah. Back.
I suppose now it's all focused on tomorrow, isn't it? The transfer deadline and what's going to happen. You know, we know where the problems are in our squad. We know that quite clearly. So let's see what happens tomorrow. And if nothing happens tomorrow, it doesn't. And then we'll just have to. We know what this squad is capable of now. We know what the limitations are, and we know that to get results, Arteta knows it as well. You can see today we played in a very conservative way, as we did against West Ham, as we did against Liverpool, as you probably have to. And we have managed to grind out a couple of good wins, really. And you know, that's a positive thing, and we just maybe will have to get used to it watching us, that we're maybe going to play like this a bit more. We're going to keep it tight, we're going to be compact, and then we maybe in 10 or 20 minute spells in a game we'll get the goals that win us the game. Maybe that's what it's going to be like. And if that's the case and we keep winning, it doesn't matter too much. It's going to be frustrating, but if we win the games, then that's what it's about for me. And you know, hopefully we can keep on doing it. But it's not. I wouldn't say it's not. It's not great to watch, but it's probably all we can expect with this group of players at this moment in time. You know, we finished the season last year similar. We ground out results, we got wins, and we've done it again. And how long we can keep that going for, I don't know. We'll have to see. But you know,
that's the thing. We're grinding out results like we did like you said at the back end of the season. What we did as well. These are little things that are progress bits of progress that Arteta has made since he's come in, which again under previous management weren't happening.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you know, it is frustrating sometimes. I think maybe we've got a bit used to watching Arsenal play a certain style of football over the years that's a bit more expansive and taking, especially at home, you know, taking the game to the other teams. And I think now it's an evolution of the way that we're playing, and it's a different style. It probably suits the players that we've got a little bit more. And we are managing to grind out results. And yes, it's not pretty at times, but it's certainly effective, isn't it, in terms of the end result of the games? We are winning a lot more games now, you know. And as Russ said, 3 wins out of 4 in the league is a decent start. When you think we had Liverpool away to play in those 4 games, no one wins there, do they? So we can't be disappointed with that. We have got 3 more tough games to come, haven't we, after the break? Let's see. I think at the end of those 3 games, I mean, obviously after Monday, let's see what Monday brings, but after the end of them next 3 games, we'll have a real better idea of where we are likely to be able to finish this season. Like you said, if we can come away at them 3 games with a decent haul of points, whether it's 5 points, whether it's 7 points, whether it's 6 points, maybe 2 wins and a defeat wouldn't be a bad effort either. And if we come out of that with a decent points haul, then I think we can think to ourselves, you know what, we've got a side that's going to be competitive this season. You know, we can pick up results. Obviously, if we lose all 3 of them games, then I think it's going to be more of a reality check as to perhaps, you know, we haven't really, with the players that we've got, we're not going to progress much more. But I don't think that'll be the case. I think we can compete them next 3 games. I think we can pick up a few points, and then let's hope that, you know, we have got a slightly stronger squad to pick from as well because of what's going to happen between now and, you know, 11 o'clock tomorrow night.
Listen, with Arteta, it makes sense. You've got to build you've got to make sure defence is okay first. Because if your attack's okay and you don't look after your defence, then at the end of the day, you're going to go down, mate, because people are going to score against you. You've got to have a decent defence because there will be games that you will let in goals and you won't score, and the confidence goes. Once you've got the confidence of a good defence, then the forwards have more confidence to go forward themselves, be more expansive. We're not at that stage yet. We've only just got the defence sorted out a little bit better. Once he gets that midfield sorted out, hopefully, then all of a sudden it just all clicks into operation. So let's just see what happens. I mean, whatever we do the next 3 games, you can't just say these next 3 games will define our season. They'll tell us where we are, perhaps, but it doesn't mean we can't improve to the end of the season.
I don't know. I totally agree. I just think it'll, you know, if we lose all 3 of them games, for example, it does depend on how we play more than the result sometimes. You know, if we compete in them 3 games against 3 teams, at the end of the day, we're competing against all 3 of them teams replacing the top 4, aren't we? And you know, if we compete in them games, if we pick up some results as well, then I think we know that we've got a chance of challenging for the top 4. Whether we can finish in the top 4 or not, so another matter, a long way to go. But at least we'll have an idea to think to ourselves, you know what, we've got a chance of competing for the top 4. If we get turned over in 2 or 3 of them games, then, you know, it might make us think that maybe we've got a lot more work to do to be considered a top 4 team again. But I'm hoping that by the time we play Man City, we will have a little bit more options in midfield, because I do think tomorrow there will be some arrivals coming in and some players going as well, I think. And then we can assess the squad and see where. But I think these next 3 games are quite important to give us an idea of the progress that we have made, really, because at this moment in time, we've won the games this season you'd maybe have expected us to win. 2 home games against West Ham and Sheffield United, away game at Fulham. We'd have expected to have won them games, whoever was our manager, let's be honest. Probably expected to have lost to Liverpool. So we've not done anything unexpected so far. Towards the end of last season, we probably won a lot of the games you would have expected us to win anyway, and maybe lost the games that you would have expected us to lose. Apart from in the FA Cup, where, of course, we did overperform in a couple of games, didn't we? And we got some great results to win that. But, you know, I think the next 3 games are games that traditionally, Man United away, Man City away, we lose. Traditionally, we lose there, don't we? Last 5 or 6 years, we've always lost there. Very rarely pick up results. So it'll be a good idea to see how we've progressed in them 2 games. Leicester at home, we've got a good home record against Leicester, and they did get thrashed today. So we'll see what that is. But they're a team that we're competing against, so it's a good test as well to see where we are. We did beat Leicester in the League Cup, didn't we? But I suppose that's a different Leicester side to what we'll face. But yeah, I mean, much right there. It seems like it's a long way away to the next game, 17th of October, and it is. But in that time, we've got 2 weeks to hopefully work on a few things, hopefully get a couple of new signings in, and hopefully we can improve, because we need to improve, don't we? Let's be honest. We've got results, and that's great, and we've had a decent start to the season in terms of points that we've won. But I still think we are still a work in progress, aren't we? I think that's obvious. And
listen, you're right, Richard. You're right. But won't it be great? I mean, we are where we are, and I think I'm delighted where we are considering where we've been the last year. Very happy. But if we do get a couple of signings, 1 or 2, especially in midfield, that will lift the whole club, won't it?
Yeah, massively, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It can make such a big difference. I know that they may not be able to do it. If they do, big word if they do, I think they just put us on another level mentally. I really do.
Yeah. No, definitely, without a doubt. And, you know, let's hope we can get these deals sorted out and finalised tomorrow. yeah, it's up to the board to a certain degree. It's up to what money's available to spend. You know, it is unusual times financially in the world, isn't it? So we do need to bear that in mind and not get too down on everything if we can't get some of these deals done. It does depend on who we can sell, and if clubs aren't willing to buy the players, or they haven't got the money to buy the players that we need to sell, then we're probably going to be in a position that we can't get deals done. That's not necessarily the board's fault. If we can't sell the players because clubs can't afford to buy them, unfortunately, that's the situation that we're in. Let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope we can get this done, and we can at least bring in one player in the midfield to help strengthen that tomorrow. And if we can do that, then we can be more confident. I mean, the league table there, we're fourth at the moment. You know, a few teams have played less games, but you know, that if we finish now in fourth place, I think we'd all be delighted, wouldn't we? If we
definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I thought we could have gone down last year, to be honest with you.
Well, it was looking a bit iffy at one point, wasn't it? It was definitely.
Yeah, for a few weeks, I was very worried, I tell you.
Yeah.
Look,
I think we all were,
listen, it's not for us to spend anyone else's money, right? My view is that if the owner, and I believe he is in this for the long run, there's no reason the way he acts to think there's anything different, then why can't he give us an interest-free loan of 100 million? I know it's not my money, to say, all right, I'll put aside something that's not going to make any difference to me at all. It doesn't look good on the balance books, but I will lend you 100 million. And when you're ready, when you've sold these players, and you've got to make a big effort in the next 2 seasons to sell, whether you raise another 50, 80 or whatever, that comes straightly back to that situation. And when you're ready, you give me the other 20 in the next 2 years. It's got to be done, all right? Under that undertaking. That will make such a big difference to our club. And it make a big difference to him. Because if he does that, there's a very good chance that we will push for the top 4, if not be in the top 4. You know, you can't. We're lucky that, well, lucky or unlucky, the owner has got an absolute fortune. And whether he's got X amount of billion in his bank or X billion minus 100 million is irrelevant to him as far as anything goes, in all fairness. It's marks on paper, right? So why doesn't he see it? Think, look, if I'm only be here for 2 years, then why should I make this? If Arsenal is something that I believe will give me and everyone else a good living in the next 10, 20 years, my family, to grow and become this club that we all esteem to want to believe we can become again, if not even better, then for a year or two, just to say, all right, you haven't sold it in this window. The next 2 windows, boys, you got to do it, all right? Because otherwise heads are going to roll here. I don't care who you sell. The next 2 years, I want my 100 million back, all right? And I'm sure he'll get it, because the players that if we go up as a club, everyone's going to be worth more money. Just everybody. You know, so there's obviously a reason he doesn't do it, and that is, as I say, it's up to him. It's his money, but I just think it's a great. Not that he's worried about it too much, but he'd get the support so much on his office.
I think previously we've not been able to do that because of financial fair play. You can't just go and push loads of money onto transfers. That was the whole point of financial fair play. Obviously, at the moment, financial fair play has been relaxed, hasn't it, because of the situation. Now he could do that.
Exactly.
He could do that now, and it would be the only opportunity we've probably got to do that, actually, because of that reason. So it is an opportunity to do that. Whether they will or not, we don't know, do we? They haven't got long now, have they? They got until tomorrow night to put the money up front and try to get these deals done. And we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, do we? There could be stuff going on at the moment in time. I'm sure there's negotiations going on as we speak now with agents and with players and everything else going on. And, hopefully that can happen. But this is our chance to do that, isn't it, with a financial fair play? Now, this is the window to actually say, let's get this done. And then, like you said, get the money back over the next 2 transfer windows and try to sell the players. But, it's difficult to know what's going to happen, isn't it? I'd love to think that will happen tomorrow, and that we can have a great day, and that we can come on here maybe tomorrow night and be celebrating a great transfer window, bearing in mind that the 2 players we've already brought in as well. But there's still a lot of doubts, isn't there, as to what's going to happen, I think, tomorrow, to me.
No, there are doubts. But it may not be 100 million. Perhaps it might be 30 million, sure. You're not talking about, in their world, a lot of money. And if we do spend this money, gentlemen, if we do spend this money now, I'm not saying we have to, but if we do, we've got a very young team coming forward. We've got our defence is very young, right? Goalkeeper and defence can play together another 5-8 years. No money to be spent there, if you like. The midfield, you'll have hopefully a 22-year-old coming through and a 27-year-old. Another 3 or 4 years there, easy. Aubameyang's going to go. You've got Martinelli coming in. You've got Saka. You've got all these other youngsters. So it's not as if we're asking 100 million a year. If they spend the money this year, net, it might only be 40 million. You're talking about another 3 or 4 years. You can put the handbrake on and go, you know what? We make one signing a year just to keep it all fresh. And there's no wholesale changes need to be done again. And also, what you'll have as well, you'll have a situation where the players that we keep will be worth money if we have to sell them. I don't know. What do we know? What do we know?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, I think you're talking far too much sense there, though, Mel, to be fair.
I'll turn the light off, shall I?
Yeah, too much sense going on there. But I mean, it'd be great if that happens, wouldn't it? Because, you know, that would, like you said, it would set us up for the next few years, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Because we have got a young squad. We have, you know, overall, yes, there's a couple of older players, Willian and Aubameyang or whatever, but David Luiz. But other than that, we have got quite a young group of players, haven't we? The squad is quite young and it is improving. And these players are all going to improve, aren't they? And, you know, 1 or 2 new signings coming in as well. So, yeah, it'd be great if they can do that. It would be great. But I still think that we are more reliant on selling some players tomorrow as well. I do think that we will need to.
We're restricted. I agree. We're restricted, but there's a way out.
Yeah,
there is a way out. As well, there's only so many players that you can register for the season, isn't there? And we've got players on our books that we can't register, so they can't play. We're still paying them their contract, and there's other issues maybe that we need to look at as well. But yeah, let's hope that something big can happen tomorrow. I'm reasonably confident something will happen. Whether it's enough, whether it's exactly everything we need or not, I don't know. But I do think something will happen tomorrow. I think we'll see movements in and out. I do think it'll be a busy day tomorrow, actually. I'm glad I'm not at work because I'll just be sitting here on the transfer window all day.
What are you doing tomorrow night, you two? Are either of you doing a 10 to 11 slot?
I will be. I'm doing from 7 to 11, like 7 to 11 as it stands. And
that'd be interesting. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. So if you're free for that, if you're free for that, you're more than welcome to come
I'll pop in at some time if you don't mind. Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah,
sometime. I don't know when because. I've got to see the
I'll probably pop in like later on. Yeah, maybe after 9 o'clock for the last.
That could be quite exciting. I think.
I think it's going to be. This is the first transfer window I've actually, like deadline day, I've been actually excited about because I'm so sure that stuff's going to happen tomorrow for us, you know, in and out. So I'm sure there will be. And I think it's exciting to think, are we going to get these players done? Are we not? And it's, you know, normally the transfer deadline day I find quite boring and dull. But this one, a bit like that one when we bought all them players in that year after the Man United defeat. It's a bit like that. You know stuff's going to happen, really. And it's just exciting to think, are we going to get the players that we want? Are we going to get people unexpected coming in? Are we going to make a few signings that we think, I didn't know we were even after them?
Yeah, didn't know.
We might get 1 or 2 of them in. And that could be exciting as well, you know. So
all I'm saying, I'm keeping my phone on tomorrow night just in case.
Yeah. No, me too. I'm available. If I'm available, I must admit, at this moment. So, you know. But no, tomorrow's going to be a good day. It's going to be an exciting
day.
I'll
see you tomorrow night then. Lovely. Look forward to that. Thanks again, boys. See ya.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Speak to you tomorrow.
Cheers. Bye, Smithy. All the best. Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers, Melvin. And with that, we'll wrap things up. Richard, where can people find you? Obviously, you're back tomorrow, but where can people find you on your channel, your social medias, and all that?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, obviously, at GoonerVichB, like it says there, and on YouTube over and over and over again. I'll be popping over to there in a minute. It looks like Man United scored by Smithy's reaction.
Not even kicked off yet.
We've signed Tellers. Here we go. It's done. Done deal. We've got one. We've got him.
You've not got Sancho, though. The main person you wanted.
I don't care. A player will do.
Is that actually official? It's not just rumour.
Yeah, Romano's come out. I said it. Tell us to Man United. Here we go.
Because literally earlier on this afternoon, they rejected a bid from Man United. The second bid, they rejected it.
See what I mean? See, these deals, sometimes they just happen, don't they, when you're not expecting them to. You think it's dead in the water, and it happens. So I think we could be in the same position with some of our ones as well, you know. So let's not... I'm not going to get too down about it all until tomorrow night. hopefully we won't be able to get down about it because it'll be done. But you know, there's still plenty of time. I know it's running out, but there is still plenty of time to get this all done, and I think we will. It just goes to show that a deal that looked like it wasn't going to happen has happened. So I think that just sums it up really, and I think there's a few more of them. There'll be a lot more happening tomorrow. There will be. I think a lot of clubs will be. A lot of movement going on because there hasn't been a lot really this window overall, has there? When you think about it, I know the finances haven't helped in the world, but I do think tomorrow could be quite a busy. Well, it will be a busy day, I think, for every club, and hopefully we can join the party and actually join the party and get the party, get the party started. But you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, but go back to that. I mean, yeah, my channel over and over and over again. I'll be on there in a minute doing a report on that game that we've just watched, the Sheffield United game, and I'll have a full review of that game tomorrow morning. I'll put that on. And then obviously the rest of the day, I'll just be literally looking at a transfer window and seeing what's happening and what isn't happening. And hopefully, I'll pop back on here tomorrow night as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, hopefully we've got some excitement to build up towards 11 o'clock tomorrow night. Hopefully there'll be lots of stuff going on that we can enjoy, which I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, definitely. And Harvey, where can people find you as well?
You can find me on YouTube at United Daily Transfer News. Thanks for having me on, Ryan, and it's been good talking to you, Richard and Melvin. Tell us, here we go. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and with that, obviously, thank everyone for watching, all the people in the chat, Vas, Mark, Carrie, and there's a few others there as well. Appreciate all your comments and obviously the sharing of the stream as well. Appreciate all that. And obviously, yeah, back tomorrow from 7 o'clock till literally 11 o'clock when the window closes. You're going to have us on here. Hopefully having something to celebrate. Obviously, if things start bubbling away early in the day, I'll try and get on a bit earlier. But hopefully, yeah.
It's all happening. It's all happening tomorrow.
It's all happening tomorrow. It's all kicking off. Well, Harvey's he's off already. But
he's got his transfer. Harvey's got his transfer and he's gone.
And with that, guys, yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hopefully, United and Tottenham, that lot down the road, can drop some points and make it even better.
Let's be honest, a draw wouldn't be a bad result, would it, for us, all things told? They both drop points in. You know, exactly. I suppose if someone's got to win, United obviously would be more favourable.
Yeah.
But I think a draw would probably suit us best, wouldn't it? So let's hope it is a draw. Hopefully it's a 0-0 draw. Loads of players get injured and it'll be great.
Exactly. And basically, yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you tomorrow evening. And as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you Gunners. Come on, you Gunners. Top four. Come on.